The NTR-funded project R2050 has been focusing on business opportunities in the transition towards a low-carbon economy. In this short video, we'll focus on 3 areas of work that have been supported by this important project. The first of these is the closer integration between research and policy. The second is the engagement with industry to identify emerging business opportunities from this transition and how they can be best realised. The third is the strengthening of the multidisciplinary research capability within the research team at the SFI MaREI Centre.
So one clear impact of the NTR Foundation funding has been in helping integrate research with policy. So my job is normally with Department of Enterprise and Innovation, and the funding has allowed me to work 2 days a week as Senior Research Fellow with the SFI MaREI Centre. I know this is an innovative arrangement in itself because the colleagues at the OECD, which I visit regularly, are interested in this as an innovation in knowledge transfer between universities and the policy system. And also colleagues from other countries around the OECD are also interested in this as a novel innovation. So one of the ways that we have been integrating the research in the group into the policy system has been through a series of policy seminars and policy briefs that we write up afterwards and distribute around the policy system. And in those policy seminars we have policymakers from right across government, from the Department of Climate Action, from the Department of Agriculture, from the Department of Foreign Affairs who help organise the seminars, and of course from my own department, Department of Business, Enterprise and Innovation. So one very concrete output of those seminars has been to get the system innovation thinking to be taken up within the system, which is about long-term planning, about setting visions, about putting together collaborations across enterprise and across the policy system itself. And one concrete example of that has been that the National Statement on the Bioeconomy and the implementation group around that is adopting this system innovation approach explicitly in the implementation of the bioeconomy, of which the bioenergy obviously plays an important role.
One of the key benefits of the funding we've got from NTR Foundation is that it's helped us to support enterprise as they prepare and engage in the energy transition. I'll give you 3 examples of this. One is working with larger industry and helping them in determining their strategic direction and how they might engage with the energy transition. So we've had annual knowledge exchange workshops with ESB and ERVIA, and in both cases what that enables is, from their perspective, the companies get the latest insights from our research, and from our perspective what we get is the industry perspective and some sense checking on some of the results of our analysis. And this has helped in both cases with ERVIA and ESB. It's helped them to articulate their strategic vision in terms of how they might plan for engagement with the energy transition and harness the opportunities coming from that. So that's one example, the knowledge exchange workshops. Another one is our engagement at a local level with Energy Cork, which is an industry-driven cluster in the Cork area, focusing on generating economic value from the energy industry. And one project we've been helping them with is how do we move the bus transport fleet in Cork from diesel over to natural gas, compressed natural gas vehicles. And this has involved working with the public and private partners within Energy Cork to achieve this goal. A final example of our support and engagement with industry is a very specific example of how MaREI works with industry. And it's a company, a Cove-based company, Ocean Energy. We helped them in their initial design of a wave energy device in Cork. We supported them right through to the laboratory testing and to the full-scale testing up in Galway Bay. And now they're effectively building a device over in the States. They're employing people in Portland, Oregon to develop a wave energy device that will be deployed in the naval base in about a year's time. So these are 3 examples of how MaREI has supported enterprise in extracting value from and harnessing the economic opportunity that's available from the energy transition. And it wouldn't have been possible without the funding we received and the support from NTR Foundation.
Using the resources from the NTR Foundation have enabled us to build up significant research capacity in the area of opportunities for Ireland in the low carbon economy. So we've developed capacity to look at the risks and returns of different technologies and different technology portfolios in the low carbon transition in Ireland. And we're using uncertainty analysis to understand the cost and opportunities of these technologies as Ireland embarks on different pathways to comply with the Paris Agreement. For example, one of the areas of interest is the role for bioenergy that we see in the low carbon transition. We're working with the International Renewable Energy Agency in Bonn and contributing to their understanding of how different technologies are reducing costs over time. And we're bringing insights from one set of technologies, for example wind energy, to other technologies such as biogas and freight. One of the areas that we've built up research capacity in is on the opportunity from energy efficiency in industry. And we know there's a great potential for energy efficiency in industry, but there's a knowledge gap at the moment between the high-level policy requirements in terms of verifying and reporting energy savings and the on-the-ground implementation challenges that energy managers face. And we've worked with a number of companies in the local area to empower the energy managers there to make better decisions using more accurate measurements for the energy savings.